Hello, Token Vault. Hello, Token Vaulters, I should say. Just checking out your open beta here for the Token Vault token generator. So far, I really like what I see. I think for an open beta, this is looking like it's in a pretty good spot. Um, but you asked for feedback, so I'll just walk through a couple things that are standing out to me on like first impressions. Um, I think one thing that stood out was in my mind, when you do a UI design, you really want to try and group like-minded things or like related things should be in the physical space close to each other. So it seems like you really want to highlight the fact that you can export to Foundry in the WebP format, which is cool. But the problem is it takes up all this space in your interface, and it's essentially the same action as downloading to Ping. So I would try actually folding both of these options into a single one called export. And then when you click export, you have your options on where you're going to go. That'll thin out the interface or clean up the interface a bit, group those like-minded actions together. And it's also a cool way to advertise future features because when someone clicks export, you could show like 4 or 5 options and sort of some of them could be grayed out and you could say coming soon, like maybe export to 3D models or some crazy thing. I don't know, just a thought. Um, yeah, then the in terms of grouping like-minded or related concepts, I found it the random role, which is really valuable, by the way. I love random generators, but for the beard and face, um, for this one, it's like affecting these things way down here, but I'm clicking it way up over here. So I'm wondering if you can somehow bring random generation more in line with the related line items when it's more specific to a section. I'm not sure really what the solution there is, but just calling it out. And then the other thing that stood out to me was the choice of sort of colors and overall like visual design sense. I feel like for something like this, really the heart of it is the character. That's the really exciting part and the part I want to really be drawn to. Um, but honestly, you have this crazy cool border design here, and it's like it's so good and so polished. It's almost outstaging the character for me a little bit, though it does bring the focus in nicely. So I don't think that you should remove this or make it worse or anything like that, but think of ways to make this character be more central to this interface. And the other thing was color. Like you have these presets, and they're all nice in terms of realism, and the colors work well together. And I'm getting this like really good sci-fi vibe. But for like this interface, I feel like you could experiment much more with preset color options and bring some kind of wackier, more vibrant, modern color palettes to this tool, so that the first impression people get with the character is like, wow, this is like really standing out to me. So I guess try and emphasize the character more. I would try playing with color palettes and exploring uh, different ones there to make that happen. And one example I'll give, because I think they do an amazing job of this sort of modern use of color that's really makes things come off the page, come to life, is the Quest RPG art. So here's the website for Quest. So like look at this guy with these like crazy pink colors and blue, like this bright blue and gold. It's really vibrant, and I'd love to see some of those types of color palettes um, brought into this tool. I think it would be really interesting. Hope that helped, and I can't wait to see where you bring this. Let me know when it's ready for another round of review or when it's launched, because this is cool.